boys and girls, and welcome to Garden Guitar. Alright, so it's Wish Wednesday. That means you have wished for songs, and I bring some of them up here on Wednesdays. And this time I play around with RealStephenMarley's song called Standing in Love. Alright, so it's you, Lake Sailor, you wish for this one, so I hope you will enjoy it, and all you Marley fans out there. So yeah, let's dig into that song, Standing in Love. Like, falling in love is good, but standing is even better. All right, so it's a wise man there. Anyway, let's go into this one, and we don't need any cape over this. All right, so we're gonna work with mostly bar chords. We have 4 different chords here in the song, and let's go into them, looking at the B, F sharp, the G sharp minor, and then E. So starting now with B, we're gonna use this bar chord. You're gonna place your index finger here high up on the 7th fret. You're gonna push down all strings there, and then you need to add 9 on A, 9 on D, and 8 on G. That's your B chord. Next, you're gonna jump down to this F sharp. Take the very same grip and place it on this position here with the index finger on the 2nd fret. Push down all strings there, 2nd fret, and then you need to add 4th fret on A, 4th on D, and 3rd on G. That's your F sharp. Then we have the G sharp minor. So you move around your finger there. Now you're gonna land with the bar finger, index finger on the 4th fret. You push down all strings there. And then you need to add 6 on A and 6 on D. That's a G sharp minor. And then we have this standard E. And that goes open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, 1st G, open B, and open E. So there you have basically the chord progression through the entire song. It's B, F sharp, G sharp minor, and E. All right, let's start from the beginning. We have that intro we're gonna look into. We have notes we're gonna pick, and let's start with that. So you're gonna start with this part. So what you're gonna do here is to slide up to 11th fret on the high E, like that. So I start to slide somewhere around the 9th fret or so to really get a good slide and land on the 11th fret E string, all right? And then I'm gonna pick the 9th fret E string, Then I'm gonna reach out to the 12th fret B string, and then 11th on the B. So, okay, that's the starting point, and then you're gonna play the B chord. So you can do 1 down on that one. And now we're gonna look into the strumming of this entire song, because except for the melodies, we're gonna highlight later as well as in this intro. We're gonna use just one strumming, and that will be basically 2 downs. But now you're gonna play on the 1st down the bass string, and then on the 2nd down the higher top strings down here. And you wanna do that with this muted kind of jumpy feeling. So if you get that B chord, you're gonna play it this. All right, so that is basically down, down, okay? But every time I pick 1 down or so, I release the tension from the chord. That means you kill the sound, you get that muted feeling. So if I keep the fingers like that, okay, the sound will continue to ring out. But if I lift off, I kill the sound, all right? So that's how I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work with push down and lift off. I don't fully get off like this because it's hard and you have that time to do that, but you just lift off the tension from the metal here on the frets. So that is how you're gonna work. Short little motions like that, okay? Okay, so that is how you get the muted feeling. So if we continue where we stopped here, we had this note, and then you land on the B. 1 down, and you can do one full down there if you want to, or you can just pick the bass string and the top strings like this. What I want to focus here is the 7th fret high E. That note you want to have with you. So you do that once, and then you continue with 2 strumming rounds. That means down, 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 down. Okay, so. And then we're gonna move on with that part. That will be the 7th fret high E, then 6th fret high E, then 8th fret G string, and then 7th B. Okay, so those are the notes right after you played 2 string rounds on B. And I use basically my finger, I play the B chord here, 2 string rounds, and then I use that finger to do from 7 to 6 on E string. So, okay, so that's how I do it. And you can do it in your way, but that's the notes you wanna get. 7th, 6, 8 on G, and 7th on B. That takes us to the F chord, okay, the F sharp. You're gonna play that one. After you play that note, you're gonna play 2 string rounds on the F. And then you're gonna get the notes. So that will be to play 2nd fret E string, 4th fret E string, 6th fret E string, and then back to 4th fret E string. Okay, and the reason for me resting my full finger there on the 4th final note there on E string is because I'm gonna grab the bar, okay? So I prepare for that. I don't play like that, I play like that, okay? So I put my finger on there and I'm ready for the next chord, because you need to have some for more tempo here to do everything in a good timing. So it was the 2nd fret E string, 4th E, 6th E, and back to 4th E. Okay? And from there on, you have set the record for the G sharp minor chord. You're gonna continue with 2 string rounds of that one. And then you have the notes on the 4th fret E string. Then I reach out to the 7th B and open B. And those are the notes for that part. And then you're gonna come into the final chord here, the E. And for this one, you're gonna use the same technique as for the first B, 1 down on E. And you wanna really get that open E string down there, the high E string. And then you continue with 4 string rounds. Okay, so that is how you're gonna do the intro. And just to mention, the E string, sorry, the E chord here, when you do that, you cannot lift off all of the strings because you don't have that barred. So you can work with what you have. You can lift off the strings you're pushing down, or you can also put your little pinky in front of your other fingers like that and mute with that little pinky. It's up to you. You get full muted if you use the pinky there, or you just half mute if you lift off the 3 strings you're holding down, okay? Logically. So that is 1 round, an intro, and the one and only you're gonna play. So slowly I'm gonna take you through that, and it goes like this. Right, so that is 1 round of the intro. Now, into the actual song, we're gonna start with the verse. And I'm not really sure how this song is divided, but I think I'm gonna explain it in the verse play and the chorus play, where you're gonna play 4 string rounds for each and every chord in the verse play, and 2 string rounds for each and every chord in the chorus play. That's how I think this song is divided, but I'm not sure. I haven't found the lyrics where you can clearly see where the verse goes and where the chorus goes, but that is what I'm gonna explain. So we're gonna start with the B, and we already learned that chord progression. It's the B, we have the F sharp, we have the G sharp minor, and E. In the verse play, which you're gonna play now, you're gonna play 4 string rounds per chord. And you're gonna do that for 4 rounds in the first verse. So, again, B, F, G sharp, and E. Okay? 4 string rounds per chord for 4 rounds. And yeah, sometimes you have very clear downs on the bass and the tops, and sometimes you don't have that. You don't have to do it either, because the bass you can have just a short little kick like that, or sometimes you can just make a full, like more straight down on the bass string. So that's how you play with feel. Everything's not always black and white. You can do it by feel, but the timing here is the important thing, okay? So the timing is what you want to focus on, and how much you play on the strings is not that important in this specific technique, okay? So 4 rounds of that verse play, 4 rounds per chord, and then you're gonna switch over to the chords. Of course, the same chord progression, but now you only have 2 string rounds per chord, so you're gonna switch faster. So it goes like this. That was 2 chord progression rounds, and like you see here, it goes faster, 2 string rounds per chord, and you're gonna do that for 4 rounds. That's the first chorus, okay? And yeah, after that part, you're gonna come into melody picking style. We're now about 1 minute and 23 seconds into the song, okay? So what you're gonna do now is to use the same chords, but we'll have different grips for it to get different certain notes. So the first B chord, you're gonna hold the chord as it is. You're gonna play like this. So what you do here, it picks strings from the actual grip, and you're gonna play 7th on the E string, then 9 on D, 8 on G, 7th on B, 7th on the high E, back to 7th on B, 8 on G, and 9 on D. So you basically go like a pyramid, down and back up again. Okay? That's the B part. Then we have the F sharp part, and you're not gonna go up to this position. You're gonna stay here, and you're gonna use this grip, all right? Could be a little bit tricky, but you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna play like this. So what I do here from that B, I'm gonna go over to get my index finger on the 6th position and bar all strings there. And then I'm gonna recoup my fingers to this, okay? So I put my little pinky on the 9th fret A, my ring finger on the 8th fret D, and my mid finger on the 7th fret B. Okay? So with that grip, you're gonna play, which will be 9 on A, 8 on D, 6 on G, 7th on B, 6 on the high E, and back to 7th B, back to 6 G, and back to 8 D. Okay? So that's the reason for having that bar finger in the background there, to get the 6 G and 6 high E string. So, okay, from that F sharp, you're gonna go over to the G sharp minor and gonna hold the chord as it is and play. So you're gonna play 4th on E, then 6 on D, 4th G, 4th B, 4th high E, back to 4th B, back to 4th G, and back to 6 D. And then the final grip, the E, you're gonna stay with the bar on the 4th fret and get this, okay? So you can bar as many, or actually not as many strings, but yeah, from the A string and down if you want to, or you'll really need just from the D string and down, it's up to you, but you have to let the open E string to be there open, all right? And you can just set a bar on the 4th fret, and then you need to add 6 on D and 5th on B. So the part for E goes like this. So that is to play open E string in the bass, 6D, 4th G, 5th B, 4th high E, and then back to 5th B, back to 4th G, and back to 6D. That ends one picking round. So different grips now based upon the same chord progression, and you're gonna play that chord progression for 2 rounds with this kind of picking. So one round goes like this. Okay, 2 rounds of that, and you've done that part, which is a little bit tricky, maybe in different grips now. Then after that, you're gonna go into the second round of everything. You're gonna play the second verse, and that is played the exact same way, but only for 6 rounds. Not only, but actually for 6 rounds, not 4, as in the first verse. So 6 rounds of that, 4 string rounds per chord. Then you're gonna play the final part of the song, and I'm gonna name that the final chorus. Perhaps it's a chorus/outro. You're gonna play that in the same way as you play the first chorus, 2 string rounds per chord. This time you're gonna play it for 8 rounds, okay? Not 4, but 8 rounds. And with that 8 rounds, it fades slowly out. And that is how Stephen Marley's Standing in Love ends. So, thank you, Lake Sailor, for interacting with me here on Growing Guitar. Nice to hear from you and what you want to learn. Hope it was helpful. I work a lot for you guys to satisfy you, to get your songs out there, and I really enjoy it, but it takes some work, so I really appreciate your support. If you can like this tutorial, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and yeah, continue to interact with me, guys. Hope you enjoyed, all you Stephen Marley fans as well out there, and see you next time. Till then, play tuned.